Picture this. You're walking through the bustling streets of Seoul, surrounded by the neon lights of Gangnam, the historic beauty of ancient palaces, and the irresistible aroma of sizzling meat and fermented spices wafting from every restaurant and street cart. But what truly makes Korea a destination that captures hearts around the world? Is it the cutting-edge technology, the captivating K-pop culture, or the stunning landscapes from misty mountains to serene temples? Of course, Korea's magic extends far beyond its modern innovations and cultural phenomena. This remarkable country is also home to some of the world's most bold and flavorful cuisine, where every meal is a celebration of fermented ingredients, communal dining, and the Korean philosophy of balance through food. From the fiery complexity of kimchi to the comforting warmth of a bubbling jjigae, Korean food tells the story of a nation that has perfected the art of turning humble ingredients into unforgettable flavors. In this epic culinary adventure, we'll be counting down the top 35 Korean dishes that have captured the hearts and taste buds of food lovers across the globe. Get ready to discover the flavors, the banchan traditions, and the passionate culinary heritage that make Korean cuisine truly extraordinary. So, pour yourself a glass of soju, and let's embark on this delicious journey through Korea's greatest culinary treasures. Starting off at number 35, we have Gyeran-jjim, Korea's fluffy steamed egg custard served in a hot stone bowl. This comforting side dish is whisked until airy and steamed to perfection, creating a cloud-like texture that's both savory and soothing. Often enjoyed as banchan or comfort food, Gyeran-jjim showcases the Korean mastery of transforming simple eggs into something delicate and delicious. At number 34, we have kimchi jeon, the savory pancake made with chopped fermented kimchi mixed into a crispy batter. Pan-fried until golden and crispy on the edges, this popular dish delivers tangy, spicy flavors in every bite. Perfect as an appetizer or snack, kimchi jeon represents Korea's genius for using kimchi in creative ways beyond the traditional side dish. Claiming number 33 is suryuk, Korea's soft, sliced boiled pork or beef served with various dipping sauces. This tender meat is simmered with aromatics until incredibly succulent, then sliced thin and served with samgyeopsal, salted shrimp, or kimchi. Suryuk embodies the Korean love for SSAM-style eating, where diners wrap the meat in lettuce leaves for a refreshing, interactive dining experience. At number 32, we have yuko, Korea's elegant raw beef tartare, dressed with pear, sesame oil, and often topped with a raw egg yolk. This delicacy features the highest quality beef, seasoned simply to let the meat's natural flavors shine through. Yuko represents Korea's refined culinary tradition and demonstrates the importance of premium ingredients in Korean cuisine. Securing number 31 is tang suryuk, the Korean Chinese sweet and sour pork that's become a beloved staple of Korean dining. Crispy fried pork is served with a vibrant sweet and sour sauce packed with vegetables and pineapple. This dish showcases Korea's unique fusion cuisine and has become so popular it's considered essential Korean Chinese comfort food. At number 30, we celebrate hotteok, the irresistible fried pancake filled with melted brown sugar syrup. This popular street food is crispy on the outside and oozes with sweet, caramelized filling when you bite into it. Hotteok represents Korea's vibrant street food culture and provides the perfect sweet treat on cold winter days throughout the country. Claiming number 29 is seoulfood, the milky oxbone soup that's been simmered for hours until rich and creamy. This comforting bowl delivers deep, nourishing flavors and is traditionally seasoned at the table with salt and green onions. Seoulfood exemplifies Korean patience in cooking and the belief that the best broths require time and dedication to achieve perfection. At number 28, we have sundae, Korean blood sausage stuffed with glass noodles, rice, and aromatic spices. This unique street food is steamed until tender and served sliced with salt or tteokbokki sauce for dipping. Sundae showcases Korea's nose-to-tail cooking philosophy and transforms humble ingredients into a beloved snack enjoyed across the peninsula. Securing number 27 is Galbitang, the clear, delicate beef short rib soup that's both comforting and refined. Tender short ribs are simmered in a pristine broth until the meat falls off the bone effortlessly. This elegant soup represents Korean culinary sophistication and is often served at celebrations or as a restorative meal for cold weather. At number 26, we have Yangnyeom chicken, Korean fried chicken coated in a sweet spicy glaze that's become a global phenomenon. This crispy chicken is double fried for maximum crunch, then tossed in a sticky, flavorful sauce. Yangnyeom chicken represents Korea's modern food culture and the country's mastery of creating addictive flavors that pair perfectly with beer. Claiming number 25 is tteokbokki, the spicy stir-fried chicken dish cooked with cabbage and rice cakes on a hot iron plate. This communal meal brings people together as the chicken and vegetables are grilled tableside in gochujang-based sauce. Tteokbokki showcases Korea's love for interactive dining and bold, fiery flavors that make every bite an adventure. At number 24, we celebrate jjampong, the spicy seafood noodle soup with chili-infused broth that warms you from within. This Korean-Chinese fusion features fresh seafood, vegetables, and chewy noodles swimming in a fiery red broth. Jjampong represents Korea's embrace of bold spice and showcases how Korean cuisine has adapted Chinese dishes into something uniquely Korean. Securing number 23 is balsam, boiled pork belly served with wraps and spicy radish kimchi for the ultimate Assam experience. The tender, juicy pork is wrapped in fresh lettuce or perilla leaves with garlic, kimchi, and samjang sauce. Balsam embodies the Korean dining philosophy of balance and variety, where multiple flavors and textures come together in perfect harmony. At number 22, we have samgyeopsal, the ginseng chicken soup made with a whole stuffed young chicken simmered until tender. This nutritious dish is traditionally eaten during the hottest summer days to restore energy and vitality through its nourishing properties. Samgyeopsal represents Korean food philosophy, where meals are medicine, and eating well means taking care of your health. Claiming number 21 is Galbitang, the hearty pork bone stew with potatoes and vegetables in a spicy, rich broth. This communal pot bubbles with tender meat that falls off the bone, creating a deeply satisfying meal. Galbitang showcases Korea's talent for creating robust stews that warm the soul and bring people together around the table. At number 20, we have bibimbap, spicy cold buckwheat noodles mixed with gochujang sauce that's perfect for summer. These chewy noodles are tossed in a vibrant red sauce and topped with vegetables, egg, and sometimes sliced pear. Bibimbap represents Korea's ingenious approach to beating the heat with refreshing dishes that still pack a spicy punch. Securing number 19 is halmulpaeon, the crispy scallion pancake loaded with fresh seafood that's a rainy day favorite. This savory pancake combines green onions, squid, shrimp, and other seafood in a crispy golden batter. Halmulpaeon embodies Korea's love for communal eating and is traditionally enjoyed with makgeolli rice wine on rainy evenings. At number 18, we celebrate tteokbokki, the rice cake soup traditionally eaten on New Year's Day for good luck. This comforting bowl features thin sliced rice cakes in a clear, savory broth garnished with egg and vegetables. Tteokbokki represents Korean cultural traditions, where food carries deep meaning and connects generations through shared customs and celebrations. Claiming number 17 is mandu, Korean dumplings that can be steamed, fried, or boiled, depending on preference. These delicate parcels are filled with meat, vegetables, and tofu, delivering savory satisfaction in every bite. Mandu showcases Korea's dumpling-making artistry and the versatility of Korean cuisine in creating dishes for any occasion or cooking method. At number 16, we have jjigae, the army stew featuring sausage, spam, noodles, and kimchi in a spicy broth. This fusion creation was born from post-war Korea, combining American military provisions with Korean ingredients to create something entirely new. Jjigae represents Korean resilience and creativity, turning scarcity into a beloved comfort food that's now a nationwide favorite. Securing number 15 is kimchi fried rice, the ultimate Korean comfort food that transforms leftover rice into something magical. Stir-fried with fermented kimchi and often topped with a fried egg, this dish delivers tangy, savory satisfaction. Kimchi fried rice embodies Korean home cooking at its finest, where simple ingredients combine to create deeply flavorful meals. At number 14, we celebrate naengmyeon, the chilled buckwheat noodles served in icy broth that's summer perfection. These refreshing noodles are served in a tangy cold broth and often accompanied by sliced beef and vegetables. Naengmyeon represents Korea's ingenious culinary solutions for hot weather, creating dishes that are both cooling and deeply satisfying. Claiming number 13 is jjigae, the earthy soybean paste stew with vegetables and tofu that's soul food personified. This rich, fermented stew bubbles with deep umami flavors from Korean soybean paste and fresh ingredients. Jjigae showcases Korea's fermentation mastery and represents the comforting, home-cooked meals that Koreans crave most. At number 12, we have galbi, the marinated short ribs grilled for a sweet savory flavor that's absolutely irresistible. These tender beef ribs are marinated in soy sauce, garlic and pear, then grilled to caramelized perfection. Galbi represents Korean BBQ excellence and the art of marinating meat to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. Securing number 11 is kimbap, the seaweed-wrapped rice rolls filled with vegetables and meats that's Korea's ultimate portable meal. These colorful rolls feature seasoned rice, egg, pickled radish, spinach, and protein wrapped in crispy seaweed. Kimbap embodies Korean practicality and flavor, creating a complete, balanced meal that's perfect for picnics, school lunches, or on-the-go eating. At number 10, we have jjajangmyeon, the black bean sauce noodles that have become Korea's most beloved comfort food. This Korean-Chinese fusion features thick, chewy noodles, smothered in a savory black bean sauce made with pork and vegetables. Originally introduced by Chinese immigrants, jjajangmyeon has been completely embraced by Korean culture, and is now the go-to delivery food for special occasions, moving days, and lazy weekends. It represents how Korea adapts foreign dishes into something uniquely its own. Claiming number 9 is japchae, the stir-fried glass noodles with vegetables and beef that's a celebration staple. These translucent sweet potato noodles are stir-fried with colorful vegetables, mushrooms, and marinated beef in a sweet savory soy sauce. Originally created as a royal court dish, japchae has become essential at Korean celebrations, from birthdays to holidays. Its beautiful presentation and perfect balance of textures make it a dish that delights both the eyes and the palate. At number 8, we celebrate sundubu jjigae, the silky soft tofu stew served bubbling hot in a stone pot. This comforting stew features uncurdled tofu in a spicy broth with vegetables, seafood or meat, and a cracked egg on top. The combination of silky tofu and fiery broth creates a textural and flavor experience that's deeply satisfying. Sundubu jjigae represents Korean comfort food at its finest, warming you from the inside out with every spoonful of this nourishing stew. Securing number 7 is tteokbokki, the chewy rice cake simmered in spicy gochujang sauce that defines Korean street food. These cylindrical rice cakes are cooked in a sweet spicy red sauce until they achieve that perfect chewy texture that's addictively satisfying. Often sold by street vendors and enjoyed as an after-school snack, tteokbokki holds a special place in Korean hearts. This iconic dish represents Korea's vibrant street food culture and the perfect balance of sweet, spicy, and chewy that Koreans love. At number 6, we have samgyeopsal, the grilled pork belly slices eaten with lettuce wraps and an array of sauces and banchan. Thick slices of unmarinated pork belly are grilled at the table until crispy on the edges and juicy inside. Diners wrap the meat in fresh lettuce leaves with garlic, samjang, kimchi, and other accompaniments for a customizable flavor experience. Samgyeopsal embodies Korean BBQ culture and the joy of communal dining, where cooking and eating together creates unforgettable memories. At number 5, we have kimchi jjigae, the spicy stew made with fermented kimchi, pork, and tofu that's the ultimate Korean comfort food. This bubbling pot features well-aged kimchi that's been simmered until deeply flavorful, combined with pork belly and soft tofu in a rich, spicy broth. The longer the kimchi has fermented, the more complex and tangy the stew becomes, creating layers of flavor that improve with every bite. Kimchi jjigae represents the heart of Korean home cooking, where fermented ingredients transform into soul-warming meals that Koreans crave when they're feeling homesick or need comfort. Claiming number 4 is Korean fried chicken, the ultra-crispy double-fried chicken that has taken the world by storm. This revolutionary fried chicken is fried twice to achieve an impossibly crunchy exterior, while keeping the meat juicy and tender inside. Whether enjoyed plain, seasoned with soy garlic, or coated in spicy sauce, Korean fried chicken has become synonymous with chimek culture, chicken and beer. Korean fried chicken represents modern Korean food innovation and has become a global phenomenon, proving that Korea has perfected the art of creating the crispiest, most flavorful fried chicken in the world. At number 3, we celebrate bulgogi, the thinly sliced marinated beef grilled until tender and bursting with sweet savory flavor. This iconic dish features beef marinated in soy sauce, sugar, sesame oil, garlic, and pear, which tenderizes the meat and creates caramelized perfection on the grill. Bulgogi literally means fire meat, and it's often the first Korean dish that captures international hearts with its approachable, delicious flavors. This dish showcases Korea's mastery of marinades and grilling techniques, creating meat that's so tender and flavorful, it has become an ambassador of Korean cuisine worldwide. Just missing the top spot at number 2 is bibimbap, the mixed rice bowl with vegetables, egg, meat, and gochujang that's a complete meal in one bowl. This colorful dish features perfectly arranged vegetables, marinated meat, a fried egg, and spicy gochujang sauce over warm rice, all meant to be mixed together before eating. The beauty of bibimbap lies in its balance. Each ingredient contributes different flavors, textures, and colors, creating harmony when combined. Bibimbap represents Korean food philosophy of balance and variety, where a single dish provides complete nutrition and demonstrates that healthy eating can be absolutely delicious and visually stunning. Before we reveal our number 1 Korean dish, let's dive into one of the most fascinating and essential traditions in Korean cuisine, the ancient art of fermentation and the beloved banchan culture. Did you know that Korea has one of the world's most sophisticated fermentation traditions, dating back thousands of years? From kimchi to doenjang, gochujang to jjigae, fermented foods form the backbone of Korean cooking and are considered so important that kimjang, the communal kimchi-making process, was designated as a UNESCO intangible cultural heritage. But what truly sets Korean dining apart is the banchan tradition. When you sit down at a Korean restaurant, you're not just ordering a main dish. You're receiving an entire spread of small side dishes that arrive before your meal. These banchan can include anywhere from 3 to 20 different preparations, all designed to complement your main course and provide balance, variety, and nutrition. The beauty of banchan is that they're refillable and meant to be shared, embodying the Korean spirit of generosity and communal dining. Each banchan tells a story. Pickled vegetables represent preservation techniques, seasoned greens showcase seasonal ingredients, and fermented dishes demonstrate centuries of culinary wisdom. This tradition of abundance and sharing isn't just about food, it's about hospitality, balance, and the Korean belief that a proper meal nourishes both body and soul through variety and harmony. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the dish that takes the crown as Korea's most iconic culinary creation, the food item we just spoke of, kimchi. This spicy fermented cabbage served with nearly every Korean meal represents everything that makes Korean cuisine extraordinary. Bold flavors, ancient techniques, and nutritious ingredients. Made from napa cabbage seasoned with gochugaru, garlic, ginger, and fish sauce, then fermented until tangy and complex. Kimchi is more than just a side dish. It's the soul of Korean food. With over 200 varieties reflecting regional traditions, kimchi appears at every meal, from breakfast to celebrations. Recognized as one of the world's healthiest foods and a UNESCO cultural treasure, kimchi has captured global attention while remaining authentically Korean, the undisputed number 1. And with that, we've come to the end of our epic journey through the top 35 Korean dishes. We hope you've enjoyed exploring the incredible flavors and culinary traditions of this magnificent country. From the fermented perfection of kimchi to the sizzling joy of Korean BBQ, Korean cuisine truly offers something for every palate. Until next time, annyeong and 잘 먹겠습니다.